leaves unaddressed a number of other really current problems, including Iran's continuous human rights violations and support for terrorism and proxy military organizations in the region and around the world, and particularly with regard to cyber. That hadn't been really a front burner issue for people to begin with, and now it's really likely to fall by the wayside as we continue to focus on the nuclear issue. And the problem is that, important as the nuclear question is, the cyber capability that the Iranians have is here now.
The Wall Street Journal reports Iran was behind the attack. In recent days, Iran's supreme leader told Iranian college students they're agents in a cyber and social media war. Quote, "Get yourselves ready for such war wholeheartedly." We couldn't get response from Iranian officials to reports on the Navy website attack. As for the Navy attack, the U.S. defense official says it targeted an unclassified set of websites like Navy.mil. The official says no data was stolen, nothing was damaged, and says the hackers did not penetrate classified networks. But the websites targeted do have about 800,000 users, many of whom have email accounts. The defense official said there is no indication that any email accounts were compromised. If Iran is the perpetrator, why would they launch a cyber attack on the casinos? Just months before the hack, Sheldon Adelson, the billionaire CEO of Sands, suggested hitting Iran with a nuclear missile in an uninhabited desert to force the country to abandon its nuclear program.
You want to be wiped out? Go ahead and take a tough position and continue with your nuclear development.
Iranian officials did not respond to CNN's repeated requests for comment. As chilling as these alleged attacks by Iran and North Korea are, did the U.S. and Israel start the trend with the Stuxnet attack that crippled Iran's nuclear centrifuges? One expert says Stuxnet was different.
This was traditional national security taking down, in line with UN Security Council sanctions, one of the worst regimes on the planet trying to develop some of the world's worst weapons.
The real deep Iranian regime interest in cyber activities began, I think, defensively. A lot of people think it started with the Stuxnet attack, but actually it began with the 2009 presidential election and the protests that followed. During those protests, the regime realized the degree to which information technology could be used to mobilize crowds, protesters, and potentially revolution. And it became fixated on the problem of censoring what its population could see and what they could say, and also monitoring them. They wanted to have early warning. They wanted to know who was talking about revolution and so forth. It's only in the last few years that we've seen the regime really start to work on offensive cyber capabilities, which I think reflects the degree to which they think that they have their defensive issues more under control. Iranian hackers appear to be using toolkits that other researchers have shown might give them the ability to penetrate not only power plant system control systems, electrical grid control systems, but also hospital control systems and record systems, university record systems, and so forth. Really the full gamut of highly sensitive infrastructure. We haven't seen the Iranians conduct attacks designed to take down an electrical grid or penetrate a power plant that we have so far detected, but they are using exploits that could lead to that and that have been shown to be the precursors to that kind of activity.
These were not just ordinary crimes, but calculated attacks directed by groups with ties to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and designed with the specific goal of harming America. The Iranian defendants intended New York to be the epicenter of harm, because New York is the financial capital of the world, because New York has always been the blue chip target for those who want to harm our country.
Recent Iranian actions involving a provocative ballistic missile launch and an attack against a Saudi naval vessel conducted by Iran-supported Houthi militants underscore what should have been clear to the international community all along about Iran's destabilizing behavior across the entire Middle East. The recent ballistic missile launch is also in defiance of UN Security Council Resolution 2231. we are officially putting Iran on notice.
Tonight, it appears those warnings may not be just talk. CNN has learned the Trump administration is planning to impose additional sanctions on Iran, penalties already allowed under previous executive actions. The administration's strong reaction after Iran launched another ballistic missile Sunday, not violating the Iran nuclear deal, but defying a UN resolution. Trump laying out his hardline approach to world hotspots today at the National Prayer Breakfast.
The world is in trouble, but we're gonna straighten it out, okay? That's what I do. I fix things. We have to be tough. It's time we're gonna be a little tough, folks. We're taken advantage of by every nation in the world virtually. It's not gonna happen anymore.